Welcome to another episode of Chet on the High Note with your host Jim Westside. And let us take a look at today's topic, President Roosevelt's first deal and its effects. Now here's your host, Jim Westside.
Hello there, and welcome to another episode of CHN. I'm your host, JT. Today we look at our good old President Rosie and his New Deal, as some people are calling it. So tonight we got 5 lucky people who will be here to tell us how they're taking the New Deal. Please welcome our first interviewers, National Industrious Recovery Worker Rodney. So, you're a worker in the NIR team, right?
Yes, I am. The NRA division, actually.
Oh, neat. I heard they're doing a good job so far at regulating out many of the different things going on for the normal workers.
Yep, everything we do is for the people. Whether it's constructing better work hours, weekly pay, or even just giving the money out to help people get on their feet again.
Well, let's hope things like this continue, huh?
Well, we're up 33% in overall production from most companies, giving the fact that we got other to join work rather than beg on the streets, though we still get a lot of the later rolling around.
Well, we all know you're going to be heading now back to the office, so we'll be saying goodbye.
Thank you, JT. It was amazing to be here. Wish I could stay longer, but like you said, I need to work just like the next American.
Alright, that's Rodney, everybody. Let's see you later. Now, how about we bring 2 people in this time? May I introduce bank supporter Margaret and bank owner Rick.
Hi, thank you for inviting us.
Hello there, miss. And, where's Rick?
He's got to use the John.
Oh, dear, I don't think you're allowed to say that on television.
No, he's got to go to John the Donut Boy for a donut. He needs his sugar.
Oh, okay. So, Margaret, as part of the New Deal, it's your job as a member of the Federal Deposit Insurance Company to regulate the bank involvement in the stock market and to provide loans to them to keep them in business, correct?
Correct. Our job is to do all that, and so far we saved a large amount of banks from failing. Lately, we started a nationwide program to get people to redeposit their savings into the bank to help them get started and get the ball rolling. I also like to account that we were the real reason for the banks to close out all at once, to help keep their money as it was to start it all in 1930.
That's why I love the banks. You know, my bank is right outside the studio, right?
The new Bank of America, right? I think Rick is the current owner of that bank.
Ah, then we have much to talk about then. Ah, here's Rick now. Well, hello there, Rick. Glad you can make it. Well, Margaret just told us that the banks closed at a point in 1933. It's 1934 right now, so tell us what happened.
Well, the banks were closed by the governments to help out the economy start back up. In fact, we were paid to do so. We used this to help preserve some money that we needed to get back up and running.
And it seemed to have worked.
Yes, the government has saved loads of banks from failing in the past year. I'm glad they're doing something to support us.
Well, since Margaret gave us loads of information, that's plenty much we all have to talk about.
Oh, well, thanks for inviting us.
Anytime. You're bank people, everybody. Alright, now we got 2 more guests, and we're kinda low on time, but we'll be back with these messages. Well, just one messages. Ads have been slow lately.
The sounds of the lake. Take the family out to fish and play. These days it is best to stay together. Is anyone seeing a recording station?
Alright, for the last part of our show, we got our next guests. A member of one of the largest growing farm companies, Miss Jade. Well, hello, Miss Jade.
Hello there.
So let's get started. I hear farmers have been hit pretty bad at the end of World War One, and the government is trying to bring them back. What were the things the GE did to help your problem?
Why, yes, my grandpa was the owner, bless his heart, before my pa. Things were hard, and most of the farm stuff were sold to keep up with the debt we owned.
What were the things the GE did to help your problem?
Well, our good President Rose made this group named the Agricultural Arrangement Administration, or the AAA, to help our income by basically paying us to not grow food.
How's that supposed to help you guys?
Well, with that, the demand will increase, so will prices. I think it's a great idea. I'm going to be owning the farm after my pa, after all.
Well, I wish you good luck in the future and hope the farm goes well. See you soon, miss.
Thank you so much, Jim.
Now for the last bit. We got another man to cover. Mr. Max Million.
You can call me Max, Jim.
Then call me JT. So now I understand that not only are you a person affected by home ownership, but a person who wrote to our good friend the president, correct?
Yep, I'm one of them. A forgotten man. Roosevelt called us, only we weren't forgotten by him, that's for sure. As for my home problem, there's not much to talk about besides ads being more by the homeowners.
Well, loans are good. We Americans are getting our homes back.
Yeah, that's true.
So, about this forgotten man business.
Well, many people like me wrote to our Rosie about the problems that have haunted our nation. We're just lucky that he addressed us. It's really good to hear our problems are heard.
Good to hear. Sadly, that's all the time we have. I wish you the best of luck, Mr. Max.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
And thank you all that tuned in. And tune in next week to see our next guest as we have Mr. Will Rogers come by and show us what it's to take to be in the film. Next week here on CHN.